Hello, it's Sarah again. I'm going to talk about my little canvases that I made this month for the swap at Art and Sassy. And I'm coming to realize that less is more when it comes to canvases sometimes. Especially because I feel like I am a heavy hand. That's what I used to call myself when I was a painter. I'll tell you why in a minute. So these little canvases, the swap, you have to make 3. And they had to be no smaller than 4x4, I believe, because it was itty bitty canvases. I made these 5 all at the same time, and you'll be able to see the difference when I show you the next batch I made. Because I bought these are like, you get them as a set of 5, I think, these little canvases at Michael's. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I did first of all. Now, these are digital printouts. These are from actually, like, I think this is, okay, digitalcollagesheets.com. Because I just got some from a different place and it was, the name was escaping me. But anyway, these are the digital collage sheets. So I got the little fairy kids and you cut them out and put a little sentiment. It had to have a sentiment with it. So, all I did with these was just collage the background with the Tim Holtz tissue paper. I have this one with the music and the butterflies and some words and stuff. It's called Melange. Anyway, I did that, and then I used my gelatos and my big brush pens. That's the techniques I decided to use for my color. And so basically, I just Mod Podged the tissue paper down. I might have done a little bit of stamping in the background too, but not really on these. On this, I was kind of chill. Actually, I did do some, you can see I have some texture paste. I did a texture paste with the butterfly stencil on that one. I did it on this one. So I think what I did was all that before I applied my color. Then you gesso over to kind of dull it down, to dull down the dark background, and then you come back onto it with your gelatos. So first you Mod Podge everything down, just the background. Do a little stamping if you want to do stamping, do texture if you want to do texture, and then you cover it with a coat of gesso, just a thin coat of gesso. And then I applied my gelatos. And what I like was when I just did 1 or 2 colors, like this I probably did a light green and a dark green. And that came out nice. I like that one. This one I probably used the yellow and orange colors, maybe a little red around some of the edges, but I kept it to a minimum. And I tried to go by what image I was putting on some of them. So like this little one, I probably put the light blue and the dark blue. And then after you apply the gelatos, you take a wet wipe and kind of pull it off in places too, so that you can see the background. And then lastly, and this one it looks like I actually took a big brush pen and added a little green because there was some green in the wings, and I thought that it had, so it was after I applied the image, probably. I do that with Mod Podge. I thought, oh, I need a little green. Probably not, because it's under the words, but anyway, you can do that. So that was the first batch I did, and see, I did it, I added some dark blue spots with a big brush pen too. And I really like these. These are my favorites, the first 5 I did. Now, the next batch I did, I got too carried away. I waited about a week at least before I did these. So some of the tutorials I had watched weren't as fresh in my head. I had gotten a couple of, these are ATC printables. This is from Digital Collage Sheets too. And this one's called School Days. And it has the little kids and the benches and the dunce caps and the books and some books and different things. You could use a ruler and you can collage with that. So I wanted to use that, and I also got this bird one. And I thought it was so cute, the little kid, and I ended up putting the little kid in the nest. So I'll show you that. Here's the little kid one. Now I'm going to do this on a 5x7. I'm going to redo these, and I'm going to tone down my backgrounds and try to because see this one too, it just seems too crowded for a little canvas. I think I want to space it out a little bit more and see if I can maybe tone down the background a little bit. You know, it's not terrible. I think there's too many words on there. I think the idea of labeling the things is cute, but then maybe don't have a sentiment, you know. But I did the sentiment and that. But it's kind of nice that you can play with these little canvases and figure out the techniques that you like. So here's the little kid sitting in the nest. What a Little Bird Said. Oh, on this one too, I took some of there was like a music sheet on here of the What a Little Bird Said. So I just ripped it up into like 3 different pieces and put that on top too. So there's just a lot going on. And then I took some of my little Faber-Castell, these guys. What are these called? This is just a little Pitt artist pen, and used that to like outline everything, and I started doodling, and it just got to be, I feel, too much. Now on these, which were basically what I did with my other ones, I just started stamping with my StazOn different colors. I have red StazOn, blue StazOn, brown StazOn. I stamped hearts on this one in red. Like, it just started getting to be too much, I feel. I also gesso over with like this one. This was one of the last ones I made after I decided that it was just getting to be too much. I wanted to just keep it pink, just stick with pink, and so that's what I did. And I ended up rubbing some off too, because this image, she just had the pink wings and a white dress. And I mean, this one is still dark. Oh, and the other thing was, I started outlining my images. Like on the original ones, I outlined with the color. So like, see how there's like a shadow behind these words? It's blue. Like, I used the color of the piece on these. Like, where's another one? See this one? I went around it in a darker blue. So it still pulls the image into the canvas, but it's not as like dark. I think that's something else I wanted to make sure, because then I started using brown on all these, which I do like, but I just think like this one looks okay. I kind of like this one. This was actually one of my original ones, and I did use brown on this one because I used a different color on the background. That was one of the original ones. But see, like on this one, it's brown, and I think it just really grunged it up a little too much. I don't know, but what I have decided is I'm still going to play with this. I'm still going to try these techniques. I think that less is more in some cases. I don't know that you need to build so much, because at the end you want to, your focal point is your main thing anyway. So this one came out pretty cute. I'm still going to make this on a bigger canvas too. I just want to see what it looks like spaced out a little bit more, and where you can actually see the background a little more, like you can actually see things in the background. So that's my little canvases for Art and Sassy. I think I'll probably end up sending some of my first ones, because I'm really the most happy with them. And I'm going to keep playing because I am enjoying this. I got, today Kara had made hers on these little ones, and these were at Michael's on clearance for more than the 5-pack. Oh, I'm sorry. More than the 5x7 ones were. Actually, not more. $3.99, $2.99. I don't know. I guess because it's an odd shape, it was like still expensive. But anyway, so I'm still going to play. I am enjoying it, and I hope you do too. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.